So this is all about not allowing Tinubu to come back in 2027.
It is very clear.
But what about the people that have been killed?
No, that's what was told you here.
Is it possible that Trump genuinely wants to help Nigeria?
I have said I will support Trump in supporting Nigeria with technology in reducing our fight against terrorism. I will support any country that wants to prefer solution in supporting the Nigerian government to fight terrorism.
Yeah, somebody said, like, it seems I am advocating for Donald Trump. I was like, advocating on what ground? Well, probably because I was saying the truth. Trump alone said a billionaire. And being a billionaire, not be saying just wake up one morning and become a billionaire. He don't become billionaire before he can enter politics. Do you understand? And there's certain things he wants to, like, curb. One thing I like about Donald Trump is this. He's very spontaneous and straight. Now, my kind of person, as in, like, when he notices something, he just takes action. Like, they want no time for sentiment, Okay, some of you are saying it like, say, okay, say he's coming into Nigeria, say problem go, they're going to attack places and all of that. What about when he became president? He said something that even before he became president, as in this second time he became president, he said something that illegal immigrants will be sent back to their countries. You understand? And he's doing it as soon as he enter, he begin to him. He may not be saying carry anything special for mine or against internationals. But if you check in America, you see that those that are legally documented are still in the country. Those ones will be saying no, they documented. All of them don't go back. And he gave his reasons. He said some of them are into crime, drug, and all of that. And that the safety of the American citizens was in question. So he had to do the needful by deporting so many people.
If you look at sort of the way President Trump has operated most recently with the attacks on ships that have been hauling drugs in the Atlantic and in the Pacific, those things happened without any mention of the fact that they were going to happen. They were just sort of really done on surprise. So in some ways, some policy analysts are saying that the fact that the president has announced his desire to do this is a real opportunity for Nigeria.
There's something about being a leader. If you're a leader, especially if you have influence and power, you try as much as possible to mediate into matters and see how to resolve them. If at all Obama was there before and didn't do anything, Biden was there, didn't do anything, and he comes in and wants to do something about it, is it not laudable? Are we going to say because Obama didn't do anything as regards the killings, then Biden didn't do anything as regards the killings, or when he came, during his first 4 years as president, talking about Donald Trump, that he didn't do anything in regards that? Do you know whether he was even looking into the affairs, trying to see where to come in? Because then Buhari visited him, they were like, you understand? But who knows if he's looking into the matter? And then let me tell you, he's coming into Nigeria, or his proposed coming into Nigeria is spontaneous. The
president was headed to Florida on Friday. He was watching Fox News on the big screen, and essentially he saw this segment that Fox was doing on how Christians were being targeted by Islamic groups in Nigeria. And very quickly after that, one of the sources says it was immediate that it sparked some anger in him, and he began to inquire about it, asking his staff to be better read on it. But what was interesting was that shortly after he had touched down on Air Force One, he had just taken the Beast, his presidential motorcade, to Mar-a-Lago, is when you saw that first post from him. And it read, quote, "Christianity is facing an existential threat in Nigeria. Thousands of Christians are being killed. Radical Islamists are responsible for this mass slaughter." He went on to add that he wants to make Nigeria a, quote, country of particular concern. Now, what was interesting about this is, of course, for anyone who was paying attention to his Truth Social over the weekend, this became a major focal point of hers on Saturday and Sunday as well. He talked about potential military action in the region. And he was also asked directly last night when he was flying back on Air Force One if that could mean potential U.S. boots on the ground or strikes in Nigeria. And the president did not rule it out.
An invasion of Nigeria is not in the favor of any Nigeria. Yes, Nigeria needs help, but if you go and look at what happened to Somalia, to Egypt, to Libya, after any invasion of any foreign forces, those countries are destabilized. This is the time that we need to come together.
But I will say, Aaron, in one of my conversations with people in the Trump administration, they essentially told me that a lot of this is the president making threats to see how Nigeria will respond. One of them said it was a, quote, art of the deal type of strategy that he is deploying here. And they've tried to argue that in some ways it's working. You know, the media is giving more attention to it. But all of this comes, as we know as well, that the Pentagon, the president had directed his Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, to look into this. They have begun moving now some personnel back to the region after they had told them to leave essentially a year ago. And so we have to see where this could all lead.
Trump himself is a Jew. Do you understand? So it's not about any it's not about religion or whatever divide. It's all about humanity, humanitarianism. That's what it's all about. Now, Wike was saying something that if at all the US want to come into Nigeria, they should like provide weapons and all of that. The weapons we Boko Haram they carry is questionable. How they take care of these weapons? You're not talking about the US giving Nigerian government weapons. Obviously, they give Nigerian government the weapons. They will give it to the military men, isn't it? Now we're still talking about the same military people, the same military that we have terrorists being reintegrated into Nigerian army, which means those sophisticated weapons now will still be going to the military and it will still get into the hands of the terrorist. Let me tell you, once you're a terrorist, you're always a terrorist.
Is it possible that Trump genuinely wants to help Nigeria?
I have said I will support Trump in supporting Nigeria with technology in reducing our fight against terrorism. I will support any country that wants to provide solution in supporting the Nigerian government to fight terrorism.
So the best way is to bring in the people to come in to do the machinery work and go. This conspiracy theory about the US is just a way for corrupt politicians, to kill that ideology, not to let the US to step in and do the needful. That is what is currently happening. You understand? So they're trying to say all manner of things to like deter the US, from beaming their satellite into Nigeria. And let me tell you something. Who knows if the United States government or Donald Trump is playing, a psychological one, to the Nigerian government, because he mentioned about the problem, and he now said that one of the lawmakers should look into it. Do you understand? And already the country is already shaking. That is to show that there is something that is hidden. If you check what has been happening between Israel and Hamas, in the Palestinian region, there is something you observe. These men are cowards anyway. You understand? They kill innocent people, but when it gets strong, they get into where civilians are. They go into hospitals, they go into suburbs, they go where civilians live, and they will go dead and hide. And that explains the reason why, you see missiles dropping in the hospitals, which is not, I'm not saying it's good, you understand? But this is the reason why this things happen, because these cowards run to hide into these areas. And when they hide there, the Israeli military are left with no option than to bomb the place, so that the terrorists will die and all of that, but invariably or adversely affecting the innocent ones. Everybody should be watchful right now, because as it happens so now, many of them will live where they dey. You understand? Those targeted areas now, they will live there and be going to a perceived safe region like the south now. That's where they will be going to, like the middle belt. All those places will be say those people will be the victim now. There they go, they enter now, go they hide. They will infiltrate them and hide there, so that there won't be any suspicion in any way to say, okay, these terrorists are living, or let me say Sambisa Forest. Now everybody knows they live Sambisa Forest or some regions which they terrorize. They will leave on the side now. They will go to where, even don't be surprised that you see them IDP camps. Those places where civilians dey, those places where innocent people dey, there they will enter. So government officials of state, governors of every state, then if you come to the communities, but now the communities, they go hide all those bushes. The village head, everybody should rally around and protect their place, just like what Chad is doing. Is it Chad on Niger? You understand? They don't go block their border until say they don't want to make some terrorists come around, because terrorists want to run enter there, and it will implicate them. When terrorists runs into their territory, and the US get to find out that they are there, what will now happen? they might invariably become victims of circumstance, and such will be replicated. So most of them will run, they come east now. Some of them will run, they come west. Some will they go the south. They will run, come south now to come take refuge, and also to continue with the ideology. They go say instead of many they bomb all the whole country. So that if they can't run, for instance, enter east now, where we say east, where we say they enjoy peace, so where they don't even infiltrate. So that by the time when they don't enter east, the searchlight no go dey for eastern region, they go dey safe. You understand? Then 50-50, if at all say they go attack, say they want attack them, enter east, they will still attack innocent people. So that is to say that every community should be watchful right now, and check your communities. Know people wey enter your communities, know them, report them. That is one. Then number two, for those that are in the paramilitary or those waiting for military, of course, some of the repentant Boko Haram, whatever, they are in the military, right? And let me tell you something, they will still be working for their oga. Get people who put them there, their ideology is still there, they will still be working for them, they will still be releasing secrets, and that's the reason why our military is weak. So at the same time, those southerners waiting for those Nigerian army, una sef go dey help una communities. Let's assume that you are from Benue, you go dey give some kind of intelligence to your community, the vigilantes, how to protect protect that area. If it is a southerner, maybe like an Igbo military man waiting for that Nigerian army, you go dey help your own people. Let me tell you something, irrespective of what, where you from really matters. And the bitter truth is this: there is no spirit of nationhood in Nigeria. Do you know what it is to be a nation? When there's this spirit of nationhood, all this sabo no go dey, all this sabo no go dey. Everybody go work for the interest of the next person. Killing is no go dey. So as it stands, like anywhere belle face, you go enter, collect money, waka, you no concern me. So there is no spirit of nationhood. Everybody does what they feel like. So under that context, if you are in the Nigerian army, believing or having the mindset that you are from a particular community, especially if you are from the south, report, aid your communities security wise, aid your communities, so that this fire wey dey come go burn everybody, because that's not what I'm praying, and I believe that's not what you're praying for. But to be forewarned is to be forearmed. Secure your areas, your villages, your bushes, secure all those places, know who they enter, comb the bushes and everything, because these are the places they will take refuge, which is in the south. Then like the middle belt people now, where they just say, okay, say they don't want me Trump enter, all of that, it's for your own interest. What I'm saying right now is also applicable to you people. Know who they enter, report, open your mouth, talk. Bad eggs say yes, but your legacy really matters. The truth needs to be told. There is no spirit of nationhood in the Nigerian project. Unity wise, more than they protect una self and make una support this movement. Trump won't come everywhere they shake. That's to tell you say there is something wrong. China won't carry head enter. I understand China own, so they don't give Nigeria big money, so they are trying to protect their loan. But you see fire, you see house where fire they burn, you still go to collect money, or you still go to give them money. Wait, what? I mean, go to give them money again. As in, you see house, person waiting for a house, fire they burn them, they give them money. China people no suppose know say fire they burn Nigeria. Okay, I think the Chinese, their priority should be, how can peace be in Nigeria? How can things go well? Or this security what they talk about, it should be their prior concern, because we're talking about individuals. It's not about the government. Government collect money. What about the individuals? This money said no, they reach individuals, no, they reach citizens. Now the kind of money give Nigerian government, but people they keep people every day. They don't talk anything. Now US won't enter, and they don't say make US no enter, come fight terrorism. So when they talk about now, are you after your money or about humanity? Those are the things we need to check. So make we dey talk true with our mouths. Make we dey talk true. Anybody wey see true, make they talk. Wetin Trump wan do, good. And for those who think say he wan come, Trump no get time say he wan come collect anything from Nigeria. He's a spontaneous man. If he just see say people don dey complain, he's making way into the matter. He never even talk, he never even take action. Everywhere on the shake. People don't say, he want to do this, he want to do that one. That is to tell you that there is something wrong somewhere. So he needs to come so that justice will be done. God bless you.